Hi, my name is Jade. I'm an intern for the Youngkin administration. I was sent a strange email to meet someone here in Thornton E-Wing, and I don't know what that's all about, so this is me recording my last video. Here we go. Whoa, what the heck?
Hello there. I'm Caroline. I'm a data scientist here at the University of Virginia, and I'm here to talk to you about the 2022 model policies. Are you aware of the 2022 model policies?
Kind of.
But you're an intern in Youngkin's administration, like you haven't heard about them?
I've heard of them. I know that they exist.
Okay. Well, let me break it down to you real quick before we get into the facts. So the 2022 model policies are policies that are put forth by the Youngkin administration that offer guidelines for all public schools in Virginia. Let's compare to 2021 model policy. So in 2021, the governor released these policies that extended the rights of LGBTQ plus youth in Virginia, allowing them to be able to use bathrooms and locker rooms in gender-affirming manners, allowing them to dress in a gender-affirming way, and allowing them to use their names and their pronouns. Now, let's flash forward to a year, and the Youngkin administration has completely turned the tide on these rulings. So the 2022 model policies were released for a 30-day comment period back in September, and now, any day now, they're going to go into effect. So it's important that we stop it now. For example, some of the rulings include any transgender or gender non-conforming youth must and are required to use their legal name and their legal pronouns that are on their student record. So if any student is using a different name or different pronouns and a teacher overhears this, then the teacher is required to report this to the family. If the student comes from a non-gender affirming household, they may face discrimination, violence at home, neglect, and abuse. Further, the 2022 model policies do not allow transgender and gender nonconforming youth to use a gender-affirming restroom or locker room, and so they may face bullying or even violence behind those closed doors by their peers. Further, these policies don't allow these students to dress in a gender-affirming manner, and in fact allow for the policing of these dress codes. So students who dress in a gender-affirming way may actually face more discrimination or violence due to law enforcement that is placed inside the school. So you really haven't heard any of this?
No, but that seems really bad.
Yeah, so let's talk about the data, because I'm a data scientist. So here at the University of Virginia, we use machine learning to try to determine if these policies are going to help LGBT youth in Virginia or hinder and harm them. What we found is that the things that most affect transgender and gender nonconforming youth and their mental health are a couple different factors. One, the ability to play on a sports team in a gender-affirming way, which is not allowed anymore with the 2022 model policies. Two, finding school gender-affirming and in a safe space to be, which obviously won't happen if these policies are put into place. Additionally, what also matters is being able to access mental health care in a safe way, which will not be able to happen with the 2022 model policies. So to be able to draw these correlations and see these facts, we use the machine learning algorithm of the explainable boosting classifier to classify these relationships.
Oh wait, I know the explainable boosting classifier.
You do?
Yeah, here, hold this.
Okay.
The explainable boosting classifier is a glass box model in the Python library to interpret ML. So what happens is when you apply it to the inputs, you can clearly see all of the correlations with the variable of interest through the glass box. And then the output is a defined relationship between all of the variables and the variable of interest. And the output, as you can see in this graph, charts the mean absolute score, which pushes all very strong positive and negative correlations to the top with the variable of interest.
Awesome, I didn't know you knew that. Yeah, so obviously, as you can see from the data, the 2022 model policies are going to harm the community. What we know is that when students aren't able to play sports in the way they want, they don't have a gender-affirming school, or that they don't have access to mental health care or a confidential guidance counselor, is that we see self-destructive and suicidal behaviors increase in the transgender and gender non-conforming youth population. So we know that these policies are going to have a direct effect on the mental health of this community, and we know that it's going to increase suicidal behavior.
Wow, this is really bad. I didn't know any of this. I should probably work to try and stop it.
Yeah, you really need to talk to Governor Youngkin and make him stop putting out these policies.
Who's that?
I don't know. Oh, look! Here's your chance. See ya.
Oh gosh.